Good morning, Raven families. My name is Erica, and I am one of the advisory teachers here in Anchorage. I am going to show you guys how to submit your first quarter progress report. Just a friendly reminder that first quarter progress reports are due October 15th. If you're ready to start submitting your grades, work samples, and summaries, feel free. But just know that they are not due until October 15th, which is about a month away. If you are still waiting on curriculum or you have another reason that you aren't quite at 25% done with your curriculum, just be in contact with your homeschool advisory teacher and we can make something work. Excellent. All right. Well, so I am going to show you guys how to submit your progress reports, work samples, and summaries. I am using one of our testing families, Harold Testerson, and I'm going to show you how to do Fiona Testerson's progress report. So what I do to access the progress report is I click on the word dashboard, and then I click that green rectangle that says approved, and you'll want to do this for each student. Then you'll see here all the different classes that your student is enrolled in. Up here where it says progress reports 0 through 4, that is where you will access all 4 quarters for progress reports. It is quarter 1, and you'll click the green plus add grades button. And then here is where you will be able to put your students' grades. We don't need every grade for every assignment. You will just want to put in the overall grade or the average grade for your students and for each of your students in each of the subjects. In the progress summary, this is where you will write up a little blurb, a little summary about what your student achieved or completed in the first quarter. So for example, in quarter 1, Fiona read, I'm just making this up, read 4 chapter books. She completed 2 chapters in her workbook, which was 50 pages of work in total. Fiona read nightly for 20 minutes during the week. Oh, my apologies. During the week. She also practiced her cursive handwriting for approximately 1 hour a week on average. Fiona, if the student was doing Acellus or online games or word games or literacy games, she could definitely put that in here. So I'm going to also say Fiona finished 25% of her Acellus language arts class. She also played, let me think of a reading app for kids. She also completed 6 levels in Lexia Core 5, which is basically a how to learn English app. So just something like that. Us teachers, we need to know approximately how many lessons, approximately how many pages, if your student did any super cool projects or read any books, anything that you want to tell us about your student's quarter, what they did in their education. And then you'll do that for the same thing for all the subjects. In math, I won't do all of these, but actually, I'm not going to do math because math is basically the same thing as language arts. Let me show you a PE one. So in PE, this quarter, Fiona exercised 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week on average. She did yoga, biking, basketball, and swam at the local pool 2 hours this quarter. Fiona also took the dog on a walk daily. And what else could she do? And played at the park 2 hours every weekend. Um, for grades for grades K through 8, a log is not required, although highly encouraged. It's great practice for high school. In order to get high school credit in any elective class, a student does need to turn in a log that has 130 hours, which is approximately 32 and a half. I round up to 33. 33 hours for the quarter. And then anything else, like if you want hiking or camping or fishing, anything active that you would like to put in your student's PE summary, perfect. And if you were doing this for real, you would, of course, put in math and science. And then this is very important. If you do not hit create progress report, all that work that you did is gone. So make sure you click create progress report. Also, if you want to tell us anything else that is not in your summaries, in the parent comment, this is where you could tell your advisory teacher if your student was struggling with something, if they excelled in something, any type of notes, if they were a little behind, or if they did extra hours in PE, or whatever you want your advisory teacher to know. It's a great thing to put in the parent comment section. For my families, if I don't have work samples or the student isn't where they need to be in their Acellus classes, I'll put things in the teacher comments like student is only at 17% as of October 15th. I will update progress report once 25% is reached. So I like to put little notes in there in the comments section, in the teacher comment section, so that I don't forget. And then you'll click create progress report. And then down here is where you will put in your students' work samples. So a work sample can be a worksheet, it can be a test or a quiz, it can be a video. Many of my students like to send me videos of PE or their foreign language work sample video of them practicing their language. You can submit videos. There is a size limit. If it's too big, feel free to email it to your advisory teacher so that we can see it. And then we can put a little note in there that the video was received, however, it was too large to upload. For work samples also can be the logs. They have to be the logs for high school elective classes. It can be a picture. So if you did a super cool science project or your student made a poster of their learning for their animal report or whatever they did, you can send a picture also as their work sample. We just ask that the work sample is their best work and it's something that they're proud of. I highly encourage my families, if they're using a paper pencil curriculum, if they're not already like in sealed in workbooks that are bound, to get a binder and then have their students pick out their favorite work sample for each subject to show me. It gives them a little bit of buy-in and something that they're proud of. And it's also just a great portfolio of their learning. And then once you upload your work sample, so I'll just do a pretend one. So choose file. I'll go to my desktop and I'll just pick this, my calendar. You'll click upload. And then if you scroll down, it will actually show you the work sample picture. You can click on it to double check. I know that I have accidentally uploaded the wrong work sample in the wrong subject. Super easy to fix. And then you put one for each. And then when you're ready, your progress report is done, you have all your summaries, all your work samples and your quarterly grade, you'll click submit. And then that's where I log in. And then I will, if the work samples are good, then I will click accept all work samples. Then I will click approved. And then you're done for the quarter. And then you're not doing another one until December 15th. And again, I want to stress, if you are behind or you need extra time or you're waiting on curriculum and you need some ideas, please reach out to your advisory teacher and we will help you. Just make sure to communicate with them, to us. And I think that's all. October 15th is the deadline. If you need any help, please don't hesitate to contact your advisory teacher. And if you're ready to start working on your progress reports, go ahead. They are open and ready for you whenever. If you are having a hard time remembering what your students have been doing in July and August and September, I highly recommend taking notes or in your family handouts PDF, there was a paper copy of the progress report. It's a great place to write down notes. I know as a mom, I would have a hard time remembering what my students did 5, 6 weeks ago. So I would definitely have to take notes on what we did. One more thing, if your student is using Acellus only and they're not using any paper pencil curriculum, make sure you are checking on their progress. The goal is 25% by October 15th as well. And then let your teacher know when the 25% is reached and we can help you with those progress reports. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. And I hope you guys have a great week and happy fall. All right, talk to you later.